And this is the first Nuggets game that you're going to be able to catch on KTVD. Our coverage starts at 5 o'clock this evening. Tip-off happening a half hour later. And this morning, we want to get you ready for all of that action tonight.
Yes, Erica Lopez is joining us live in Lone Tree at the Altitude Radio headquarters this morning. We are all very excited about this.
We are all so excited, Jordan and Corey. You know, we already brought you our first Avs game on our network. Now we get to bring you the Nuggets game tonight on KTVD. It's just so exciting. And of course, we're pumped coming off of a win. Hopefully we can get a second win tonight against the Brooklyn Nets. Here to talk about it a little bit more, I've got the expert with us, Altitude Sports Radio host Mark Mosier this morning. Of course, the host of Mosier, Lombardi, and Kent this morning. Thank you so much for being with me.
That's great to be here. Of course, I'd be a little bit in a better mood if the Avs had won last night. He got home from the rink late, took my makeup off, got here early, and talking some hoops. Let's do it.
You know what, Mark, we can't win them all, but hopefully tonight, coming off the momentum, let's talk about first, Nuggets win of the season last night, of the, of course, regular season. So talk about the game a little bit.
Well, what I like best about it, I think, is the way they fought back. I mean, the Nuggets were down in this game in the second half, and they dug deep. That's what champions do. And they kept finding it, kept chipping away, got it tied at the end, go to overtime. And then they really, in overtime, I thought they dominated. I know the score was only a 2-point game, but the Nuggets were great in OT to earn their first win. And they needed that win. You come together on the road, you get it done, and that's what good teams do. They find that way to get it done. The big fellow went off again last night. Good to see Nikola Jokic doing what he does. So it was great, And then, of course, the first game coming up tonight on my 20 in Brooklyn against the Nets. Nuggets are asleep right now. I promise you, they're in New York. They got to go through customs out of Toronto. Yeah. You get to New York late. They're going to be sleeping right now, refreshed, ready to go. They're total pros coming up tonight.
Okay, and Mark, you were talking a little bit moments ago before we got on air, just to kind of about the changes with the team, and they've got to kind of gel, and they're doing that. We're still really early. We've got a long season to go, but we saw some of those components last night.
Well, a lot of the components that won the championship 2 years ago are still here, or a year and a half ago is what it is essentially. They're still with this team, and their window is still wide open, and they realize that. They know it. They're one of the better teams in the Western Conference, so it's going to be a dogfight throughout the West because the conference itself got better, but they're still right there. And when you add new pieces, you add a Surridge, you add a Westbrook, you add different guys, younger guys in bigger roles, it takes a while to find your footing a little bit, find your way through it. But I think once we get to not even the quarter pole of this season, they're going to be in really good shape. They're going to be right there. So I'm not worried about it whatsoever. You just need those pieces to gel. And quite frankly, Erica, you got to figure out the rotation. You got to figure out who's going to get what minutes, who plays best with whom. You know that Jokic is going to be there, and Murray and MPJ and Aaron Gordon. And now you've got Christian Brown in the starting lineup. So those guys are set, but what's that second unit look like? What's the mixing of units look like? It's all big-time stuff, so we'll see more of it coming up tonight.
It is big-time stuff. And you also host the Altitude Sports television show tonight for the Nuggets as well.
Well, Vic's going to be doing that. I'm probably going to be taking a nap, to be honest with you. I was calling that Avs game last night, and again, 3-2 game, right? And the Avs were playing in the back-to-back, so they were, they were in a situation where, they're trying to find their legs, just couldn't quite get that equalizer, and then you saw Chicago pump in a couple of empty netters. It's okay. Tampa Bay will be in town coming up on Wednesday, so I'm going to be on the couch chilling out. Okay. I'm going to be watching the game. And Vic, by the way, is late. I don't know.
He's late. He didn't want to be with us this morning, so.
Didn't he already do a thing with you the other?
He did.
Yeah, like last week,
so
right?
Now it's your turn.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what? Once is enough? Is that what he's saying?
I guess. Mark, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Such a diva.
Such a diva. We still love him though.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, tonight you can of course watch the Nuggets game over on KTVD channel 20 starting at 5:30, and then we're going to have pre-game coverage starting at 5 o'clock. Fingers crossed for a win, Jordan and Corey.
Absolutely. Well, Vic's probably a busy man getting ready to launch his new show before.
Before next?
Right, exactly. He's putting a lot of work into that.
Yeah, he's got things to do. All right, Erica, thank you.